Thank you, Nick, so very much. Lord have mercy, I'm on all types of fire right now. I just want to take a moment, in the Black church tradition, and Dr. West, you're going to pick up on this real, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. This has been a redeeming, hello, somebody. This has been a redeeming afternoon through the evening here on the East Coast. As Dr. West said, from the beginning of this People's Convention to this very moment, different voices have been able to be lifted up. Salute to you, Brother Nick, to the sisters who helped you put this on, to Brother Ryan. And I got a news flash for folks. Not one speaker was told what to say and what not to say. Hello, somebody. See, that's why you got a variety here tonight of people who have different views on how to move this nation forward. But what we do agree on, even if folks don't necessarily agree on what should happen in 2020, what we do agree on is that we are in a fight for our lives and for future generations, and that we stand up for what is just, for what is right, and for what is good. See, well, nobody scripted here tonight. Nobody got a memo. Nobody was whispered in the ear. Nobody was told what to say, what to do, or what to think. So we are a representation of what America is. You know what? I just threw out my whole speech because every single speaker, baby, when you're giving the benediction, you just got to go on and give the benediction. That's what this time is, just go on and give the benediction, because everybody did that. Just beautiful. And Sister Marianne, Lord, don't let me start naming names, because everybody did that. You know what came to mind for me, sisters and brothers, and I wasn't gonna read this poem, but as I was listening to folks, two people came to mind. One was Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? And then the other one was a poem that Langston Hughes wrote, and I believe he wrote it in 1938, and he was talking about the pain of Jim Crow and what was happening in this nation, and it's titled Kids Who Die. And I just want you, just wrap your mind around this just for a moment. Can we just take a moment? Because it is as if Brother Langston Hughes is talking about this very moment. See, I'm full right now. This is Sunday, and I am feeling all kinds of spiritual waves right now. Kids who die. This is for the kids who die. Black and white, for kids will die, certainly. The old and the rich will live on a while, as always, eating blood and gold, letting kids die. Kids will die in the swamps of Mississippi, organizing sharecroppers. Kids will die in the streets of Chicago, organizing workers. Kids will die in the orange groves of California, telling others to get together. Whites and Filipinos, Negroes and Mexicans, all kinds of kids will die who don't believe in lies and bribes and contentment and a lousy peace. Hello, somebody. See, this poem encapsulates this very moment. Brother Langston Hughes is talking about this very moment. I hope you caught what he said. He said, telling others to get together, whites and Filipinos, Negroes and Mexicans, all kinds of kids will die who don't believe in lies and bribes and contentment and a lousy peace. That is what the movement for a People's Party is all about. We don't believe in the lies and the bribes and the contentment and a lousy peace. How can we have peace in moments like this, when over 90 million of our sisters and brothers are either uninsured or underinsured? How can we have a peace when you got a Congress that goes on recess while millions of people are facing eviction from their homes? How can we have peace when on the streets of America right now, Black lives have been lifted and reaching out, calling out the racism and the white supremacy and the bigotry of a system that was created for Black lives to languish? How can we have peace when you got 12 folks who are on the precipice of controlling $1 trillion, while meanwhile back on the ranch, We got sisters and brothers suffering all over this country. How can we have peace when people are drowning in debt for the crime of going to college? Hello, somebody. How can we have peace when we have a criminal justice system that is unjust in every stretch of the imagination? How can we have peace when Black men are shot in the back, or a knee on the neck, or I can't smoke a cigarette in my car, Sandra Bland, hello somebody, or Breonna Taylor shot in her own home? How can we have peace when children go to bed hungry at night? How can we have peace when our veterans are homeless or can't get the health care that they deserve? And speaking of health care, baby, how can we have peace when even in the moment of a global pandemic, we can't even get the neoliberals of the Democratic Party to reverse course in a platform that is non-binding? Hello, somebody. How can we have peace? Oh no, we're not falling for a lousy peace. As Brother Langston Hughes laid out, it is time for the people of this great nation, from all walks of life, from all sexual orientations, from all religions, in the sisterhood and brotherhood of love and uplift. It is time for us to come together. And Sister Mary Ann, she laid out the history, baby. I was thinking about the revolutions that have overtaken this nation in the 18th century. It was the American Revolution. The founders, in all of their racism and frailty, decided to say to King George, it's over. We can't continue this relationship like this. When in the course of human history, it becomes time to separate. And then they laid out why it was time to separate. Hello, somebody. In the 19th century, we had another type of revolution. It was called, hello, somebody, the Civil War. In the 20th century, we had another type of revolution, and it was called civil rights movement. And in the 21st century, here we are, right here, right now, in our moment, lifting up a people's revolution that is both necessary, not only for the survival of us, but for the survival of future generations. How can we have peace when we trample all over Mother Earth? How can we have peace when we have predatory capitalism? How can we have peace when so many people have worked so hard and still cannot get even a piece of the American dream? How can we have peace when the poor and the working poor and the barely middle class doing all that they can to survive day after day after day after day after day, and they still cannot survive? How can we have peace? See, it's a fallacy that if you work hard enough, Americans work very hard. Poor people work very hard. It is a fallacy. And so the very system, the racist, bigoted system, the system that oppresses the poor, that system was created by design. It didn't happen by accident. It was on purpose. And on purpose, we the people can turn this thing around. So we got some dragons to slay, baby. We got to slay the dragons of neo-fascism. As Dr. West said, the gangster in the White House, he must go. There is no doubt about it. He must go. And I agree with Dr. West that people are coming at this at all angles. I get it. See, I'm not a vote shamer. I'll leave that for the professionals. Hello, somebody. I'm just old-fashioned, and I just believe that folks who are running for office ought to earn the vote. And how do you earn the vote? You don't earn it by doing the same old, same old. You earn that vote by giving people a vision. See, you got to have a vision that provides provision for the people. It is our money. It is our government. And so you got folks sitting up there talking about what we cannot have with our money, what we cannot have with our government, it's a lack of vision. So it is time out for playing games. There is no more time for playing games. But we're not going for a lousy peace. So we come together in the spirit of sisterhood and brotherhood. We stand together as people from all walks of life who understand that we must put a little extra on our ordinary so that extraordinary things can happen. They will. They have throughout the course of history. We stand in solidarity with other poor people all around the world. Hello, somebody. Because the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. got it right when he said what happens to one directly happens to us all indirectly. We won't stand for a lousy peace. Even as we fight the neo-fascists, we will not stand for a lousy peace because we know that neoliberalism is what got us here. And so on purpose, we're going to put a little extra on our ordinary so that those extraordinary things can happen, and we are going to lift and we are going to rise together. And listen, brothers and sisters, we're going to win some and we're going to lose some, but people going to know this, that we are in this fight for life, for liberty, and everybody's pursuit of happiness. We will not fall for a lousy peace. So sisters and brothers, this is the moment. This is the People's Convention. See, ain't no convention like this. This is the People's Convention. We need you to join forces, whether you believe and stand within that Democratic Party and fighting it. You know, it was a song, "It's my party and I can cry if I want to." Go ahead, do that on the inside. And then there are people who have decided, the hell with it, we working on the outside. When those forces unite, baby, Dr. West, ain't no stopping us now. We are on the move. We will not contort for a lousy peace. We need truth and reconciliation in these United States of America, baby. We need on purpose elected leaders who will not kowtow to their owner donors. Hello, somebody. And that's the beautiful thing about the People's Party. We need leaders, both elected and non-elected leaders, who are really ready, willing, and able to do what is right in this time and in this moment. See, too many people are dying. Too many people are afraid. Too many people are stressed the hell out. And it didn't just get this way because of who's in the White House. It's been this way. But see what the pandemic has done, Miss Rona, as some of my elders call it, what the coronavirus has done, what COVID-19 has done, is blown this thing all up. Can nobody in good consciousness pretend that they don't know what is going on in this country? No longer, no more lousy peace. And we can both slay the neo-fascists, slay the neoliberal, and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The United States of America is a hegemon nation, and there is no reason, no excuse on God's green earth. While there is so much suffering and pain, it is being done on purpose, and we the people, we're going to undo it on purpose. So yeah, this is revolution time. We have never been a country afraid of revolution. And this is a revolution of values, as the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, a revolution of love, a revolution of hope, a revolution of justice. But that does not happen because we hope it to happen or we pray it to happen. It happens because we put some sweat equity on that thing. In my Christian tradition, can I get an amen? Faith without works, baby, is dead. So we're going to put in the work so that we can have a true peace, not a lousy peace. There's room at this end for everybody in the People's Convention, in the People's Movement, for everybody. As long as we are standing together, there is absolutely nothing we cannot do. Quoting in my close, elegance of Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. And many of you heard me say this quote probably thousands of times on the campaign trail. This is a truism for the ages. And I want you to know this. No matter how you are feeling, whether it is angry or sad, there is a heaviness that I feel and I get. No matter how you are feeling, bring those feelings and let's get to work, baby. Let's get to work. To be, in the words of Brother Mahatma Gandhi, the change that we want to see in the world. We are it. Collectively, we are it. But this is what the Congresswoman said. What the people want is simple. They want an America as good as its promise. That is what the people's movement is all about. That is what this convention is about. It is about reconciling and dedicating ourselves to create an America for all people that is as good as its promise. And we, yes, we gonna do this. Slaying dragons all the way, baby. We gonna do this. Because our mission is so high, we can't get over it. And our mission is so low, we can't get under it. And our mission is so wide, baby, we can't get around it. So if you believe in what is just, what is right, and what is good, even if it's a disagreement about how to get there, if it's in your soul, in your mind, your body, and your spirit, this is indeed the movement for you. We're going to get through 2020. We're going to get that neo-fascist out of the White House. And baby, we're going to get to work on the People's Party. Can a sister get an amen? With these hands. With these hands, baby. This people's movement. We are on the move. Brother Nick, go do your thing, baby. Love all of y'all. Let's do this.